anything with us?
No, remember that depressed crane? A depressed Psy Crane. I know you said a depressed Psy Crane, but I don't understand what you mean. Well, let me explain it to you. He said, and I quote, "I want to die." I went and replaced the component. How about it? I was right, wasn't I? This small component was more valuable than you could have possibly imagined. It even gave you this box. Feels like I could exchange this with someone I know. Looks like you're already familiar with this hustle. What about this? I'll give you a few hints. There's a bookstore over in Exalting Sanctum called the Spare Time Bookshop. Go and check it out. By the way, the craftsmanship responsible for the maintenance of Matrix Oppressian system here at the moment. Could I trouble you to help me with some routine divinations, please, Jupiter? Okay, but I don't work for free. That's a dickish thing to say. Yes, in fact, only outsiders like you are suitable. You just need to start at the base terminal, and that's all. Don't worry about it. I never let you do it for nothing. This again. Great.
We made a choice, go fight against your fate. Pain will come with the blaze. Pain will wake up a dead man, crowd in this torment world somehow. Unchain the sword not to kill. Unchain the sword to rend those clouds above. Wrong, wake up and start together now. Forget about the rules, we don't know where to run. There was chasers of light, find a way or get left. We have no way to know where they all headed for.
Okay, can we continue on where I was? Let's go. I need to continue where I was before, if you would let me. Alright, here we are, where we get Don Hung to regroup with everybody.
Look, your friends are taking the fight to the Legion as we speak.
We need to help them. Let's go! Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
Let's go. Take this!
A foregone conclusion.
They're not gonna
Heaven's
say anything
Surge.
to Don Hung?
Celestial dragon. Break!
This is our chance.
They're not gonna be like, hey, you're here. When did you get all weird?
A foregone conclusion. Conflict is pitiless.
Stay right there while I give you a present.
Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise! Heaven's Surge. Celestial dragon. Break!
There's no time to lose. Here is thunder!
You have the worst luck running into me. Try that again. You're annoying. You can't run.
Oh wow, he really just brought it back.
Let's make it quick. Take this!
Heaven's Surge. Cloud-bearing dragon. Rise!
A foregone conclusion.
My turn. Watch this.
Rules are made to be broken. You're out!
Yeah,
I try
not
hard
my
sometimes.
trailblazer. I'd be
Check
much
out
stronger
this
than that.
awesome move.
Time for the master stroke. Radiant spirit, heed my word. Show no mercy!
Let's go.
Damn, that was not good damage, my man.
Heaven's Surge. Celestial Dragon. Break!
Follow my charge. Conflict is pitiless.
Xingyuan, where have you been?
Forgive my late arrival, Lady Fu. We are indebted to you and your forces. The Seat of Divine Foresight relayed the battle reports to me. As for Fantilia's plan...
The Ambrosial Arbor. That's her focus. Lord Ravager Fantilia's strategy was to create civil strife, then let it consume the Xianzhou from within. She wanted to use the Arbor to disseminate the power of the Plague's Author, and turn the Luofu into a hell of undying abominations.
That is clear to me now. Friends of the Astral Express, I have brought someone with me whom I think you'll be eager to see.
Huh? Is that... Dan Heng? You are Dan Heng, right? What's with the horns?
It's a long story, March. It's me.
So, you do have secret strength.
Let us save such reminiscence for later, shall we? My astral guests. When you first appeared on the Luofu, your stated aim was the resolution of the Stellaron crisis. I was concerned that the Stellaron hunters harbored ulterior motives and refused your offer. I see now that I was overly anxious. Nevertheless, it is true that the motives of the Stellaron hunters were not what they appeared. In order that the Express and the Xianzhou fight side by side, Kafka lured you here and broadened the scope of the crisis. In doing so, she succeeded in making it clear that your sincerity is beyond doubt. The Luofu is in your debt, and I have no right to seek further assistance from you. However, as Lady Fu has explained, the appearance of Fantilia means that the situation is far from under our control. As General of the Luofu, it would be foolish of me not to ask Dan Heng and the rest of you for your strength at this critical moment.
Even if the crisis on the Luofu had nothing to do with the Stellaron, I would be willing to help. But I can't speak for the other members of my crew. Explore, understand, establish, and connect. As the crew of the Express, that's the Trailblaze creed we follow. Still, when the journey gets tough, those words can feel far off. Fear, risk, enemies, and death are the obstacles we face in pursuit of the creed. That's why the nameless who are able to stay the course number few indeed. Whether our destination lies before us or behind us, the decision is ours to make. Here, as on the Express, every vote counts.
Dan Heng?
Thank you, Dan Heng.
How am I still one of the nameless? I stand here at the mercy of others without true freedom to speak. But as a descendant of the Vidyadhara, I will fulfill my duty to the Luofu.
Great! Everyone's just as heroic as when they arrived. So, what's the master plan, General?
There is no master plan, only a bet. A bet on the Senior Vidyadhara's incomplete exuviation charm. and on Dong Hong's ability to access the memories of the High Elder.
I just want to say, I'm kind of surprised they gave you the option on what Don Hung is gonna do. I kind of do wonder what it would have been like if he remained still.
Hi, Elder?
When the Rainbow Arbiter severed the Ambrosial Arbor, remnants of the curse of the plague's author lingered. In order to make the stemming of those remnants a possibility, the Luofu invoked the power of the Scions of Permanence. Under the direction of the High Elder, the Videodora guided the waters of the ancient sea to flood the Scale Gorge waterscape delve and contain the Arbor. To commemorate this magnificent feat and sacrifice, the Alliance erected the Dragon Vista Rain Monument, a Videodora statue.
Shit, another vocal track?
It looks so much like Don Hung. I wonder if... the statue... is that... Don Hung's brother?
I see why you might think so. These events occurred a long time ago. Yet successive generations of High Elders have not differed greatly in their appearance. That is, until the current generation. The most recent successor did not inherit the same level of power, and their appearance is that of a child.
You know, I'm gonna say that not hearing this song in English is kind of funny, because it's like you're hearing it in the Ciencio dialect, because they have Ciencio profanity. You know, it's kind of interesting.
Do you understand, Don Hong? Since Dong Feng perished, the Luofu Videodora have no longer had an individual capable of performing such feats. But you, who once kept watch over the Arbor, should be able to open a way through to that great tree. What happens next is in your hands.
Don Hung is the protagonist of the Ciencio, that's for sure.
Has coming here triggered your memory? Release your full potential. The power you carry is the key to opening a way through to the Ambrosial Arbor.
You scared the heck out of me! For a second, I thought you'd annoyed the General. It seemed like you were his prisoner. There I was, thinking up a plan to kidnap you. And it turns out the two of you are old buddies. So, what made you suddenly decide to come down from the Express?
I was worried for your safety.
Aw, how sweet. But Mr. Yang and I have been holding our own. We're pretty much Ciencio heroes at this point. Anyway, it's great to have you with us, Don Hung. Imbibitor Lunay's reincarnation. Dong Hong, correct? I've heard your name before.
Why would the names of the banished be recorded?
Your name was only erased from the public eye. But as the Master Diviner, I know, and should know, all the records of years gone by. Such archives are of great importance in times of need. I was not born in the heroic and extraordinary era of the High Cloud Quintet. To have seen those legends with my own eyes.
Go on.
Your appearance closely matches the depiction in the annals. Does Videodora reincarnation really entail a complete transformation? A new life?
I knew you'd come. When we first mentioned the Xianzhou, there was a sad look in your eyes. They may have banished you, but the Luofu is still your home.
I'm sorry I never spoke up.
You're a member of the Express crew, Dan Heng. Let's settle this matter as soon as possible. Our journey doesn't end here.
Jupiter looks at you, as you both are silent. Is there anything you'd like to ask? Jupiter shakes her head. She doesn't want to speak. Nobody can really get her to open up. Almost like she's gone through something quite difficult in the past, and has strained the ones she once holds dear. Perhaps she will find them once again, but at the moment, her objective is to preserve... God damn it! She wants to protect people, that's all. The statue of the High Elder has been greatly changed by years of withering. There are small words engraved near its base. Hearken, as Arbor revives and foes near, we call forth the mighty waters of ancient sea, to float abodes of heaven and quell roots of evil. We etch this stone for all to heed. Beneath the endless rolling waves, the ancient roots of Arbor blaze. Long dormant, they stir and come to life, as if it was a beast were waking from its strife. The containment mechanisms woven by past thrones, the bindings that tame the beast's power known, a frail net soon to shelter and fall. It decays a warning heard by one and all. Memories from the past emerge from the darkness, tightly gripping you. What the fuck is he, Moses and parting the sea? Holy shit. It's like, bro, I don't even need to go into Fontaine and Genshin. I've had the underwater place in Tower of Fantasy, and then this.
The annals mention that Scale Gorge waterscape was once the location of Dragon Palace. Small wonder. Look at all these submerged structures.
I was fortunate enough to be here during the Shuhu upheaval period. I witnessed this place in its prime. An age passed. The palace was left in ruins, and the Vidyadhara used their sacred homeland to imprison the Arbor. The Luofu and the Xianzhou are greatly indebted to them. Lady Fu.
Here, General.
Remain here. Lead the Cloud Knights in defense of this passage. We must prevent further incidents.
Jingyuan. General, are you planning to face Vantilia alone?
I wouldn't say so. I'll be counting on a few friends for support.
General, don't cast us aside. We're willing to go with you.
Yes, General. We may not be the mightiest force, but it's our duty as Cloud Knights to protect the Xianzhou. How can we let Outworlders face the danger while we stay behind the lines? With your permission, sir, allow me to lead the way.
I understand your sentiments, soldiers. But the adversary ahead of us is not an abomination of abundance. They are a Lord Ravager of the Antimatter Legion. Crossing this line will bring you into the conflict between the Rainbow Arbiter and the Ruin Author. You have a more important duty. Cloud Knights, attention! After I enter the Ambrosial Arbor, and if the seawater returns to its original state, you must withdraw immediately and seal off the delve once more. The Master Diviner will lead you.
Yes, General!
Lady Fu, if I am unable to return, I entrust you with the important task of relaying the full account to the other Xianzhou ships.
I trust you will be here to reissue the order in person. But whatever the outcome, I will do as you command and honor the mission.
Spoken like a true general.
Sanctus Medicus, Daharin. And we're getting real close to the end of the Xianzhou. Oh my god, there's a dragon in there. Wu Xuan is currently laying out war plans with the Cloud Knights. It's best not to interrupt her right now. God, this is fucking amazing.
These steps are so far apart. I gotta find a way down.
God, I love this game, dude. What the fuck?
You scale-gorged waterscape to seal the arbor. Treason! Blasphemy! You've lost your senses. You think this will gain the trust of the Xianzhou natives. Those who are not of our kind can never be of our mind.
I understand your misgivings, but my decision is made. That is the course we must take.
Very well. In that case, I will report you to the Preceptors and have you stripped of the name and power of the High Elder.
This must be the first High Elder that accepted the mission to quell the Ambrosial Arbor. According to tradition, from then on, successive High Elders were obliged to return to the Dragon Vista Rain Hall. They would guide the tides of the ancient sea to guard and strengthen the Arbor's seal.
Do you remember now?
Yes. Reverence to the Three Talents, the path to the Great Roots. It's the way to the root depths.
Is that some kind of riddle? Reverence to the Three Talons. What the heck does that mean?
Don't worry about it. Just follow me.
Oh, what a huge palace. Completely abandoned. That must have been difficult for them. Imagine how upset you'd be if you had to abandon me.
Don't foreshadow.
For the Vidyadhara, it must have been a necessary sacrifice.
I'm not letting that slide. She just foreshadowed. But now I'm really interested to see March become a 5-star. Oh my god. You know, some of my favorite things actually are like water ruins, stuff like this, and snow areas in games.
This is one of the places mentioned in the riddle. One of the Three Talents. If we can break the seal here, we'll be a step closer to the roots of the Arbor.
Those seals you mentioned, do you mean these weird-looking stone lanterns?
That's right.
Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different. Hey, check it out! The bases of these stone lanterns are different.
Ah. Man, I tell you, Hoyoverse, they got some just great people working over there.
It worked.
General, did you hear about Miss Tingyun?
I received word from Lady Fu. The depth of Fentilia's infiltration, along with her meticulous planning, makes her extremely difficult to guard against. The Cloud Knights will carry out an investigation. But for now, our most pressing matter is to put a stop to Fentilia's scheme.
Oh. God. How much effort did it take to make this place? Yeah, I mean, like, you know, actual video game creation-wise. I don't mean, like, you know, the game's world war.
This seal was already on the verge of breaking before the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
It'll tell the story. That's the pieces I think I'm looking for. The story. The birth. The start.
Our reincarnation's greatest cost, the wisdom of a past life lost, yet through the teachings of our kind, unto the young again consigned. The mural depicts the Vidyadhara being guided by their elder, wiser kin after their rebirth.
This mural is pretty interesting. It looks like time hasn't had any effect on it.
This mural must be related to the others here. It tells the story of the Vidyadhara self-reincarnation, from hatching rebirth in the ancient sea, to the return to that same sea as the cycle begins again.
Hey, do you think this could be related to the seals?
Perhaps.
Perhaps? Fair enough. It's tough racking your brains all the time. I'm struggling to keep track.
This must be the second. That looks as though they've grown old. This must be the third, right? Yes.
Our people sing the hymn of clouds, and dance to water's cherished sounds. And high above the dragon flies, to each is destined different skies. This mural portrays the Vidyadhara young. They acquire knowledge and depart for different places on the Shenzhou, thereby dedicating themselves to serving the Alliance. Beneath the lunar glow adorned, Vidyadhara eggs begin to form, and from the ancient sea rebirth, to walk again on solid earth. This mural describes the Vidyadhara hatching rebirth in the lunarescent depths, the beginning of self-reincarnation. And as the day is almost gone, return alone to water's song. Beneath the waves in silver shell, await new life that time will tell. The worldly limit of the Vidyadhara is reached after 7 centuries. They return to the ancient sea and form a shell, awaiting the next hatching rebirth.
There.
Okay, let's head to the third seal.
'Cause every night I will save your life.